Hello. Hello, Carmen, Claudia. Welcome to Verbling. I hope the two of you are doing extremely well today. I hope that you're excited and are ready for a wonderful opportunity of sharing ideas and thoughts. Hello. How are you, Claudia?
Hi, good morning, teacher.
It's great to see you. Very good.
Thank you.
What a beautiful smile you have today. Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you,
So,
teacher.
so what time is it for you today? What time is it for you,
Uh,
Claudia?
9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. And that's
Time, sorry, not
yes.
time, the hour, you mean?
Yes, the hour. What
Yes.
is the hour? And what is that
Okay.
picture behind you? What is that picture of behind you?
The picture behind you,
Behind you. Behind you.
behind me,
Yes.
okay?
Yes.
These are the picture of my son. He likes painting and
Ah,
so drawing, and so
he drew
he
that for
draws.
mommy. That's
Yes,
nice. How old is your son?
I
How
have
old?
three children.
Three.
Yes, three. This is my son, the youngest. He's
Uh-huh.
eight. Eight.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. Very nice. All right. Hello, Carmen. How are you?
Good morning, Priscilla. Good morning, Claudia.
It's
How
good
are
to
you?
it's good to see you.
Okay.
And where are you? Is this a picture of you, Carmen?
Yes, this is
Okay.
Peter. Yes, I went to Greece, to Athens. Was
Mm,
last, yeah, was not this summer, the last summer before, and
okay.
that's it. I took the picture.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Well, what time is it for you, Carmen? What time is
It's
it for you?
6 past 9 in the morning.
Okay. Okay, good. I'm the one that's just a little early. It is actually 3:05, which is a, which
In
is
the
a good
morning.
time in the morning. Yeah.
How can you stay awake at that time?
Well, actually, I was up about 2 hours ago, so I was pretty much asleep for the better part of today. So
I
it's
see.
okay. It's
Okay then.
okay. All right, let's just go ahead and get started with today's session, and it is train ride vacation. We're going to quickly read one topic, then we're going to read a more difficult topic since I recognize the two of you. And let's see. We're going to read this one first, which is a very easy topic. So I'll ask both of you to read this topic. And let's start with Claudia. Claudia, would you read for me, please?
Yes. Nancy took her daughter Donna to the on vacation on the train. The train had lots of windows. From the train window, Donna could see lots of squirrels and birds. The squirrels ran up and down the trees. The squirrels chased one another. The squirrels played with one another. The birds flew around. They flew down to the ground. They flew up into the trees. The squirrels and birds were good neighbors. Nancy sat down on a seat in the second car of the train. She took a magazine out of her purse. She turned the pages of the magazine. Donna waved at a little squirrel. She tried to take a picture of the squirrel with her camera phone. Then she tried to take a picture of a bird. Nancy looked at the pictures on Donna's camera.
Okay.
At,
Now add a sentence to this
yes,
story. Mhm. Okay,
at the
can you
same
well
ah,
it should be add add a sentence now. Just create a
okay.
sentence for me. Hmm.
Add the sentence of your own for this story.
Okay.
Now I have to
Yes. You might say something like once When I was about 10 years old, I took a train ride to my grandparents or to Athens.
Sorry, teacher, but I have to. Have I had a sentence on the story?
Yes, about the story. Just add a
About the
sentence to the
story
story.
I've read.
Hmm.
So I have to invent something.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Just invent something.
Um, Nancy. Nancy said that the pictures that she don't like the pictures, and so took the camera and tried to take the picture again.
Okay, thank you. Now, Carmen, would you read the story for me? And at the end, create a sentence of your own.
Okay then. Nancy took her daughter Donna to the on vacation on the train.
Nancy took her daughter on vacation. Oh,
Oh, sorry.
on vacation.
Okay.
Okay.
Nancy took her daughter Donna on vacation on the train. The train had lots of windows. From the train window, Donna could see lots of squirrels and birds. The squirrels ran up and down the trees. The squirrels chased one another. The squirrels played with one another. The birds flew around. They flew down to the ground. They flew up into the trees. The squirrels and birds were good neighbors. Nancy sat down on a seat in the second car of the train. She took a magazine out of her purse. She turned the pages of the magazine. Donna waved at a little squirrel. She tried to take a picture of the squirrel with her camera phone. Then she tried to take a picture of a bird. Nancy looked at the pictures on Donna's camera.
Now add a sentence of your own.
Okay. Nancy saw the pictures that Donna has taken with a camera phone, but the pictures were blurred. So Nancy suggested her daughter to take those pictures again.
Okay, good. Very nice. Now, the purpose of that activity was for me to listen to the way that you both read. And I've heard you read before, so I knew that you were pretty good readers. We're going to read a little more challenging piece of text. Then we will discuss that text. Any questions about what you've read so far?
No.
Okay, good. All right, good. So now we're going to read. I will read first, then I'll have you read, and we will discuss this article together. Let's see. Pull. All right. I think you should be able to see. All right, I will read. The British public have expressed their anger over an announcement that drivers of London's underground trains will soon be on $86,000 a year. Union bosses, however, were delighted their members have such a good offer from the railway bosses. A new 4-year deal was struck between London Underground and the unions that will see all 18,500 tube workers get a 5% pay raise this year, which is double the national average. Rail bosses were accused of giving in to blackmail ahead of the London Olympics in 2012. Critics claim London Underground is willing to pay almost anything to avoid the threat of strikes and disruptions. Rail unions said there was no need for strikes in the coming years. Bob Crow, General Secretary of the RMT Rail Union, told his members, "I doubt you will find a better offer than this anywhere else in the public sector." In addition to the increased salary, tube workers will receive a minimum of 29 days holiday, free travel within London for themselves and one family member, and discounts on travel within Britain and the Eurostar trains to Europe. Emma Boone of the Taxpayers Alliance said of the deal, "It's unacceptable that the threat of strike action during the Olympics is being so handsomely rewarded. This is insulting to commuters." Other Britons compared the salaries to those of other public sector workers. Police officers, nurses, soldiers, and teachers are paid far less than subway train drivers. So now we will each read this, then we'll discuss it. But first we'll read and discuss by paragraph. So I'm going to ask Carmen. Oh, wait, we have more people. Mead, how are you? Unmute your microphone.
How are you?
I'm wonderful. It's good to have you here. And Tala, how are you?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great also. So now that we have more people, this is going to make for a lively discussion. So we will still read and discuss this article. So that's MT and Tala. Okay, let me just get this picture here. I found a new little gadget on my computer. This is going to be good. This will help me to remember who's here, who's in. No. And so, oops. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right.
No, someone left. I don't know.
Oh yeah, someone left already. That's okay. Maybe they'll come back. We'll see. All right. Okay. I'm trying to. There. Okay, there it is. And this is what I just found. And paste. All right. Carmen, could you read for me? You like my little picture there that I found?
Okay then.
Okay. Carmen.
The British public have expressed their anger over an announcement that drivers of London Underground trains will soon be on $86,000 a year. Union bosses, however, were delighted. Yeah, the numbers have such a good offer from the Rainbow bosses.
Okay. Can you tell me, what did you just read? Can you summarize that for me, Carmen?
Yes, there's the officers on the London Underground have got a raise on the salary.
So the employees received a raise. Probably the most important thing. Okay, good. I'll let us have, let's see, Claudia, could you read for us?
Yes. A new four-year deal was struck between London Underground and the unions that will see all 18,502 workers get a 5% pay rise this year, which is double the national average.
Okay.
Rail bosses were accused of giving into blackmail ahead of the London Olympics in 2012. Critics claim London Underground is willing to pay almost anything to avoid the threat of strikes and the disruption. Rail unions said there was no need for strike in the coming years.
Okay, great. Can you summarize that for me?
Sorry, teacher, I'm not sure to
Okay.
understand.
Well, we'll do it together. So there was a 4-year deal.
A new 4-year deal was
Obtained. So when they use the word struck here, that
Yes.
means something, when you strike at a baseball a ball. You hit it, you struck it.
Okay.
So something was achieved. So the word here, struck, means achieved or obtained.
So I understand that they are fighting for something
Mm-hmm.
where
They're
they don't agree
good.
about something
And what are they fighting for?
because the unions they will have a pay rise of a 5%.
Mm-hmm.
And
Good.
this is not good because this rise is the double of the national average. But sorry, teacher, when they here called unions, they are the workers.
Mm-hmm. So the
And
union is a group of people who stand up for
okay,
others. So they become the voice of the group, the
okay,
union. And when there's a problem with employers and they want to have a discussion, the union speaks for the average person,
okay.
for all of the people in the union.
They represent. You can say.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. For example, in our forum today, let's just say that here is our union, Carmen, Claudia, Mead, and Tala. We are a union, okay?
Mhm.
Now, I am Priscilla, so I will speak for you. Everyone doesn't speak. I will speak for you. So, the union, the representative, like in the case of the United States, for example, we
Mhm.
are a union. It's a union of people, right? But the president will speak for us,
Okay.
all right? So, when we look at what uh, Bob Crow, no, that's not where you are. But Bob Crow is going to be the spokesperson, but we're not there yet. So a 4-year deal was struck between London Underground and the unions that will see all 18,500 tube workers. These are the employees. The tube workers are actually employees. That's what they did. That's their job. Their job was to be tube workers, whatever that is that they did. But all 18,500 will get a 5% pay raise.
Mm.
All right?
Mm.
And that's more than double the national average. All right? Any other questions with that? All right. Mead, are you here with us?
She's not. She
Okay.
left too.
Okay. Tala, let me have you read for us.
She's not here either.
Oh,
Just
okay.
the three of us again.
Okay. All right. So, Carmen, we'll come back to you.
Okay then. Bob Crow, General Secretary of the RMT Rail Union, told his members, "I doubt you will find a better offer than this anywhere else in the public sector. In addition to the increased salary, tube workers will receive a minimum of 29 days holiday, free travel within London for themselves and one family member, and discounts on travel with Britain Eurostar trains to Europe."
Okay, good. And can you summarize that for me?
Yes, the General Secretary of the, I think it's a rail station, something.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
the rail
is.
union. Yeah,
Mhm.
saying that the deal they have achieved is something very how to explain that he doubts that there's any way you can find a better offer than that, because besides the raise in the salary, they have obtained too some extra points, like they've got free train fares around London from themselves and the family, and they're going to have discount sofa for the all the travel transport with the Iberian and the Eurostar trains.
Okay, very nice. All right, and then we will have Claudia. Claudia, would you read the last?
Okay. Emma Boone of the Taxpayers Alliance said of the deal, "It's unacceptable that the threat of strike action during the Olympics is being so handsomely rewarded. This is to commuters." Other Britons compare the salaries to those of other public sector workers. Police officers, nurses, soldiers and teachers are paid far less than subway train drivers.
Could you summarize that for us?
Okay. Emma Boone, she don't agree with this pay rise, and she don't like that they want to strike during the Olympics game. I understand. So sorry. I don't understand. Commuters, what is?
Okay.
Sorry, commuters?
The word commuters, when people who ride the train, they are going from one place to another. So the word commuter means to travel. Commuters.
Okay.
So these commuters are people who are actually riding the train, going from their homes to their jobs. They're called commuters. When you ride an airplane and you travel, you are a commuter. Okay? So that is.
Sorry.
Go on. Continue.
And she is thinking to other people that work in the public service, like police officers and nurses, soldiers. So probably she would like that these people too have a pay raise like the drivers.
These people should be considered to have a raise if they're going to pay that much.
Yes.
The workers on the train. So very good. Now let's quickly look at the entire thing and then we will discuss what we have. So we know that at the beginning there's a problem that the employees are receiving a raise, or we know that the employees want a raise. So now that the employees received a raise, which is what we did in the very first paragraph, the employees received a raise, remember. A 4-year deal was obtained. They were wanting to receive an increase in pay, the they being the tube workers. The tube workers were the one who wanted to receive the pay raise, and there were 18,500. All of them. The rail union secretary says this is the best offer to be expected, and that best offer was, I believe, 5%. Says the 5%. The 5% increase in salary is the best offer to be expected. Emma She's with the Taxpayers Alliance, doesn't agree with the pay raise. She considers this increase an insult to the commuters. All right. So that's our summary of that article. Now I want you to tell me, would you summarize the article? We first read it. We summarized each section. Now I put all 4 sections together in a small summary. Now I'd like for you to summarize it for me. Carmen, could you please summarize the story for me?
Okay. Well, the thing is, was a threat of a strike during the London Olympics. That was in 2000. What was that? 2012, I think it was. Okay, and so the unions were claiming for an increase of the salary of the employees. So it's like they were threatening to go on strike during the Olympics. So to avoid that, they got an increase in the salary of 5%.
Good.
But that was considered by the secretary of the, I don't know. I mean, there was a girl at the end, but I don't know.
We'll just call it an important person.
Okay, that important person was not didn't agree with that, because that was the double of the increase in the salary of the other public officers, like nurses, policemen, or whatever.
Good. All right.
So she was against that.
Okay, and a nice summary at that. All right, Claudia, could you summarize for me the exact same?
Yes, I try. I understand that the union are trying to have a pay rise of 5%, and beside this pay rise, they want to have more days more days free from job, we can say. So I don't know, from and 29 days, and for one person in their family, they can have the ticket free on the rail. I understand, so I'm not sure, and but no one, not all agree with this pay rise, because other people in the society are important in order to work good the Olympic game, because I understand this article speak about that period, I think, and so other people are important, like police officers, nurses, and soldiers, because they all together are important in order to keep the security of the people.
Okay. And that's good. Very, very good. So what we're going to do now, both of you gave a good rendition of the summary. So we're going to take a look at other parts of the activity and see how we can further reinforce what we've learned and how we can use what we've learned in other conversations. All right, so now what you see now on the screen are vocabulary words from the story, and this is going to help enhance your ability to increase your vocabulary. So what I'm going to ask you to do, both, first read the words, come and read the words 1 through 10, and then the words A through J. I want to hear you pronounce each word, and I will help you if you need me to help you pronounce the word. If, when you're reading the word, you do not have a clear understanding of what the word means, let me know, and I will help you understand the word and pronounce the word. All right?
Okay, thank you. Expressed, anger, delighted, deal, disruption, offer, within, rewarded, insulting, and far.
Good.
Pleased, offensive, interruption, inside, voiced, outrage, proposal, match, agreement, and paid.
Fantastic. Okay. Claudia, could you do the same? Could you read 1 through 10 and then A through J?
Okay. Expressed, anger, or anger, I don't know, sorry.
Anger.
Anger. Okay.
Mhm.
Delighted, dear, disruption, offer, within, rewarded, insulting, far. Pleased, offensive, interruption, inside, voiced, outrage, proposal, match, agreement, paid.
Great. All right. So now, Carmen, if you would, I'd like for you to do 1 through 5, and Claudia will do 6 through 10. I want you to match the ones on the left numbered with the ones on the right with the alphabets.
Okay then. Expressed, we'll go with voiced, 1E.
Okay. 1E. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let me pull it. 1E. Okay, good.
Anger, we'll go outrage, 2F. Delighted, A, pleased.
Good. Okay.
Deal, agreement.
Okay. Oh, I think I'm stuck. Okay, there. Deal is which one, please?
Agreement.
What letter?
I.
All right. Good.
Disruption, I would say interruption, C.
Very nice. All right. Okay. Claudia?
Offer, proposal, G.
Okay, good.
Within, inside, letter D.
Good.
Rewarded, paid, J, letter J.
Awesome. Okay.
Insulting, offensive, letter B.
Good.
And far, much, H.
And H. Okay, great. Nice job, ladies. Nice job. Are there any of these words that you find difficult to use? Would you find it difficult to use any of these words? Or are you okay?
When I read, it's simple,
Okay.
but when I find to use while I am speaking, it's more difficult.
So this is what we call in isolation. Words are out of context, like these words are.
Yes.
It's hard to understand what they mean, and I realize that, and this is why we will go over and over and over again until we actually get it. All right, so let me we'll put our words here. Here again, we are going to have a little true false. When you give me the true false, Carmen and Claudia, this will help you to remember how to use the words. Let's see if I can bring, I can't bring those down, but these are the words. I want you to look at this and tell me, all train drivers in the UK now get $86,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
You can say something like this. Use one of these words when you give me your response.
Mm-hmm.
This will help further explain or reinforce the definition and how you might want to use it. You could say, for example, there was an agreement that all train drivers in the UK would receive $86,000 a year. So this would become true. Whether that's true or not, we could look back up here to see if it was. They will soon earn $86,000 a year. So you can see now we can actually use the word agree. Just trying to find an opportunity to use the vocabulary in context. Right now it's in isolation. It's isolated from the text. We'll have to bring it back to the text. All right, so Carmen, could you do number 1? Read number 1 first, and then we'll go back up and try to find a word for you to use. Okay, number 1. Tell me if it's true or not.
All train drivers in the UK now get $56,000.
Okay, that's
sorry, 88. Sorry,
oh, 80. Okay.
Dollars a year salary. Is true, and I'll say all train drivers in the UK now are rewarded an $86,000 a year salary.
Wonderful. So you used number 8. You used the word rewarded. Okay, so it's T, and then we're going to put in rewarded. Good. Claudia, could you do B?
Train driver union bosses are unhappy with a 5% pay rise. I think it's false.
And what? It is false. Now see if you can give me a sentence using one of these words.
I don't know.
Remember, there was an outrage. The lady was outraged that the union were getting 5%, and the police, the nurses, would not.
This rise is the driver union bosses are happy with. No, this pay rise. They are rewarded to have a pay rise. No, are rewarded. No, Carmen used. No, sorry. The driver. Other workers, they think is offensive, this pay rise.
Very good. Other workers thought that this was offensive. Good.
Okay.
Okay. Carmen?
Okay, C. The train driver's pay rise is twice that of the average UK worker. Can you scroll up a little bit? Oh, God. Do I have to? Which ones do I have to use?
Well, you choose. You choose either one. I want to see if you can use some of these. Try to find a different one. But tell me, is this true or false, or do you know? Is it true or false?
Yeah, I think it's true.
Okay, so actually it's C. So we go with C. It's true. That is correct. It is twice the amount. And now we're going to use this, create a sentence. Do you remember what it is? The train driver's pay rise is twice that of the average UK worker. Were they delighted? Were they pleased to get the pay raise? Or were they pleased to have the offer?
But what he says is that where they got now is it double? but
It was
I don't know which one to use because it says twice is double, but the
okay.
train workers.
Okay, now, okay, Carmen, what we're trying to do is just create a sentence. It doesn't have to be a sentence from the story. I want you to use one of these words as you talk about this C. The train driver's pay rise is twice that of the average UK workers. So this is true.
Mm-hmm.
The train driver's increase in an offer made other people
Okay.
sad, or it angered other people.
Okay. So you want me to use the same sentence? I can change it, but I start to use one of those words. Okay.
Yes. And you can use more than one if you can.
Okay. I thought you just wanted to change one of the words for the ones and to choose the ones that we had. Okay. Okay. The train's driver pay raise made the public opinion. Which one? No, the pay raise that the union has obtained for the workers was considered as offensive for the public opinion.
Good. All right. Claudia, D.
Unions say that will not go on strike in the near future. Maybe it's false.
Yeah, they didn't say anything about that.
Okay. And this disruption could be not right, not for the commuters.
Okay.
This disruption could be a damage for the commuters.
Okay. The disruption could damage the commuters.
It could damage, okay.
Okay. The disruption could damage the commuters' travels.
Okay, the commuters' travels.
And remember, the commuters are the ones that are riding the train from their homes to their work.
Okay.
So if the train workers actually go on strike, it will disrupt a lot of things. It will disrupt the job because no one will be at work because the people did not have any transportation to get to work. So there would be a lot of disruption. All right. Let's go with E, Carmen.
A union leader believed the pay offer was one of the best around. Can you scroll up a little bit? No, I just want to see the vocabulary words.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, was it true or false?
Oh, that was true, and I was trying to just to find the right word for that.
Okay.
The union leader thought that the offer they have agreed was far the best one. Was far the best one.
And in this case, we would probably say by far.
By far
the best one. And the reason we say by far is because of all the offers that were presented, that was the one. That was the best one. Okay. All right. F. Claudia.
Yes, train drivers get at least 29 days paid holiday a year. It's false because it's not at least, but at minimum. And so I
it's
think
the same thing, no?
Well,
what? So sorry.
The minimum and at least. So we're going to look and see if they're not the same. in addition to the salary, 2 workers will receive a minimum of 29 days holiday. And the question is, the train drivers get at least 29 days paid holiday. So minimum means the smallest, least means smallest. So
okay. See, I think at least was max
no.
more of 29 days. Okay. Quindi,
so what is the answer? True or false?
It's true.
Good.
Okay, and I think we can use the proposal to the drivers are to are having having at least 29 days a year. Sorry, teacher. Can I say the proposal to workers are having or are to have?
Okay, say the sentence again.
The proposal to the workers are to receive.
Okay. ARE is plural. ARE is more than one. How many proposals do they have? Do they have one or more than one?
No, one. Okay. The proposal is
good.
To have or to receive. Okay, to receive 29 days paid holiday a year.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, and the next one will be G.
Okay, train drivers also get free travels on Eurostar trains to Europe. I think it's false. Train drivers have been offered some discounts on the Aerotrain fares, but not free, I think. Where was that? Scroll up a little bit.
Okay. Here we are. It's here.
Yeah, discounts on travel within Britain and the Eurostar trains. So it's not free. They've been offered some discounts.
Discounts. Good. Very good. This is what we call going back and searching the text to find the clues. Okay. What word will you use?
Offered and discounts.
Okay. Offer and is discounts appear to you?
No.
Okay. Well, good.
Yes, good.
I was going to say, wow, you're doing great. You're using 2 words. Okay. And Claudia, can you do H for us? Claudia, can you do H?
Yes. UK soldiers and police officers are paid more than train drivers. This is false. And I don't know. A moment. I don't know if I can use this in this way. They would delighted to be paid like.
They would be delighted to receive
an
increase. They would be delighted to receive an increase.
To be paid as the drivers, like the drivers.
Yes.
Okay.
They would be delighted to be paid as the drivers. That would be a very good sentence. All right. So now let's see if I can move this one. All right, come on, move down. Cut maybe. Okay, let's put these. Let's see if we can use these words today. All right. In the few minutes that we have, try to use 3 of these words in some type of context for me. For example, in the article, it was expressed that some of the people were unhappy about the increase in salary for the train drivers. The train drivers will now be able to take the commuters back and forth to work, whereas teachers, police officers did not get an increase in their salary. So just choose a few of these words and try to use them. Okay. EX. Carmen, could you go first? You can use as many of these as you can.
Okay, I'll try. UK teachers have expressed their opinion about the increase in the salary of train drivers, expressing their concerns about the double increase on those salaries.
Okay.
They consider it a threat to their own to their own what?
To their own lifestyle.
To their own lifestyle, and they think that it's going to affect badly to commuters because the service is going to be worse. They are willing to have some meetings with the union leader and come to terms about that increase that they find outrageous.
Okay, good.
Which one?
Okay, well that's good, and that's good. So you're using the words, and as I was saying to Claudia, you'll be able to use the words more and more as you use them. So Claudia, could you try? Could you try now?
Public drivers are not happy about their pay and about their salary, and so they are threatening to strike because they want to have an increase, and they as soon as possible they want to talk about their problem, and other workers are not happy about their salary, like teachers and police officers, and this is a problem that create many doubt in the public opinion. Can we say?
Yes.
Sorry.
She disappeared.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not here. I hope she comes back in a minute.
Where are you from, Carmen?
I'm from Spain. You're from Italy?
Yes, from Italy. Okay.
Okay.
So, I don't know, but that was wonderful. You were able to use the vocabulary, and you'll find that, Claudia, the more times that you come across the words, you will start to see some of these words in other contexts when you attend other classes. You'll see these words, and hopefully you'll remember, yes, I remember seeing that when we were talking about the train. So it's exposure. Exposure is what you need. The more often you get to see the words, you'll start to understand how to use them. But the two of you did a great job today interpreting what you read, being able to answer true, false questions, and then bring in some of the vocabulary that was in the story. We are now at the top of the hour. This is when I'll ask you to give me your feedback about the class. I use the feedback to tailor different classes and content to find out who are understanding quickly, and to within that one class, or within this one class, I can still bring in intermediate, advanced, and beginning students. So of course you are not beginner students, but we did read that small section earlier so that I could determine where you might be better placed. So Carmen, could you please give me your final words for today?
Okay, so it's very rewarding and very challenging. I wanted to point out that, for instance, I remember when I was at the first classes with you, I used to hate building up stories and making up stories, but now I find it much easier, and I think it's a very good
strategy,
strategy to use the words we have just learned, you know, and I feel more confident. More confident about that, because at the beginning I was a little bit, you know, put up about that. But now I find it very rewarding, and I please beg you to continue to do that.
Okay, I will.
Very useful.
Okay, thanks, Carmen. I really appreciate that feedback. Claudia, could I get the final words from you, please?
I'm always happy to have a lesson with you, teacher, because your lessons are very difficult.
You're challenged. You're just challenged.
The more difficult, the more I learn, and so I'm happy.
Okay. All right. Well, Claudia, thank you for your comments. Thank you, Claudia.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Claudia. I want you both to be challenged. I want all the students to be challenged so that you'll grow and appreciate, and you'll be able to know that you were challenged. And you can tell when you're learning something. When you can start using the words and the tools and the strategies, you'll know that you're learning. Okay, guys. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Have a good night's sleep. Have a good night's sleep, Priscilla. Ciao, Claudia. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.